The Marble Arch, built in 1833, a symbol of royalty here in Great Britain, and a sight well worth the 7.5-hour flight across the Atlantic. It's a flight the Titans are making at this very moment ahead of Sunday's game against the Chargers here in London. It's the first game in franchise history that will take place outside of the U.S., and players are very much looking forward to the opportunity to bring Titans football to the world stage.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's going to be different for sure, but I've got some family going that's never been as well, so it'll be a really cool experience.
Yeah, very excited. It's about to be my first time out of the country, so it should be a good experience. Just can't wait to get over there, win a football game.
We're just hoping everybody's ready to go out there and show out, put on a good show. Want to show these UK folks that, American folks got some good class and got some good game of football inside them.
I mean, we're very excited. Number one thing, this is a business trip. This is not a vacation. It's not something that we're all looking to go out there, go sightseeing and things like that. We're worried about the main thing, and that's going to be the LA Chargers.
The hardest part of the trip is getting acclimated to the time change. The Titans are expected to land about 6 a.m. Friday morning, which is just midnight back in Nashville. And they're going to have to stay up. They've got meetings scheduled, and then their final practice of the week, Friday afternoon. In London, England, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports. Look at that. Gotta love some fish and chips. A fried addition to the must-stops here in London. While the Titans are coming on a business trip to beat the Chargers on Sunday, players did say they are very much looking forward to getting around town and seeing some of the sights with whatever little downtime they do have around this most unique football game.
I got to do something. I've never been out of the country once. I went to Cabo, so this one is pretty much my first time doing something, so I'm going to go out there and try to explore and see what it has to offer.
When I do have some free time, I'm not doing football 24/7, me and my wife are going to take some time, have some dinner, do a little shopping, and she flew out there, left the kids, so I got to treat her a little bit.
The unique circumstances of playing a game overseas can be problematic. Several of the London games have been lopsided, with one team seemingly much more ready to play. Titans general manager John Robinson says a lot of thought went into the plan for this week.
I think we tried to take the approach of keeping it as normal a routine for our players as possible. Instead of going over there for a week and trying to acclimate, try to keep the normal hours that our players have on a day in and day out basis.
Mike Vrabel and his staff worked hard to put in the entire game plan during practices back in Nashville before they left on Thursday. That way, when they arrive here early on Friday, the focus shifts to getting acclimated to the time difference. They'll force players to stay up for an afternoon practice, which will start about the time they would normally be eating breakfast, and also just happens to be the time of kickoff on Sunday. In London, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5. When you walk around London, there are people everywhere. Nearly 9 million call this place home. And this week, there'll be a few thousand more people walking around in two-tone blue after they made the trek to cheer on their Titans in their first ever international game. We have Titans fans in London. You guys are loud and proud.
That's right. Tighten up.
What brought you to London, Mark?
We came to watch the Titans play. I think we booked last May.
When we heard the Titans were going to be here for the first time, we booked the trip right away.
We're season ticket holders. We knew we had to be here.
Bill, what brings you to London?
The Chargers defeating the Titans.
What are you most looking forward to doing while you're here?
Just seeing the sights and then hope for a good football game on Sunday.
Never been to Wembley, and looking forward to watching the game there, and first time in London, so looking forward to seeing what London's all about.
Pretty pricey trip to do it, but well worth it, right?
Well worth it. Yep, absolutely.
My children talked me into coming.
Any chance I could twist your arm and make you a Titans fan?
No.
What do you think about the chances on Sunday?
I think they're good if they don't play like they played last week. Last week was bad.
Hopefully Mariota does not get sacked 11 times.
That's key.
We're going to learn from that, and I hope we win.
I don't think anybody who made the trip is having a bad time, but those couples agreed a Titans win would be the cherry on top. In London, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5. The iconic Tower Bridge, probably one of the first things you think about when you think about London. But you probably don't think a whole lot about football, or at least American football. That could be changing. When the Titans meet the Chargers Sunday at Wembley Stadium, it will be the 23rd NFL game played here in London since 2007, which has the league's international office thinking even bigger.
We definitely want a London team. You'll see it on the weekend and when you get to the stadium. I have no doubt the fan base is there, the stadium. If you think about it, that's the ultimate expression of fandom, is when you have your own team. And so, yeah, definitely for everyone here, that's the goal.
Wembley Stadium consistently sells out for its NFL games, but football's growth isn't just in the UK. The NFL hopes to expand its footprint elsewhere.
I would expect that we would see a team in Mexico, a team in Toronto. If we can do one in London, why not Germany, where we have a massive fan base? I would be shocked if 20 years from now we didn't have 3 or 4 franchises outside of the US.
It's unclear whether a London team would be an expansion franchise or the relocation of an existing team. But with Jaguars owner Shad Khan finalizing a deal to purchase Wembley Stadium, it seems clear football will be here one way or another. In London, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports. Walking around London, there is tons going on, including this week an NFL game as the Titans take on the Chargers Sunday at Wembley Stadium. But with so much going on, like right here in the middle of Piccadilly Circus, how many of these people even know who the Titans or Chargers are, or know much about American football in the first place? When I say the word football, what first comes to your mind?
Right, English football, the worldwide game of football.
Germany. FC Bayern München.
When I say American football, what comes to mind?
Nothing.
People attacking each other and rough sports for sure.
NFL.
Any team in particular?
Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Why the Detroit Lions?
Visited Detroit on a conference and went and saw a game there.
We might watch it occasionally. I mean, we'll probably watch a Super Bowl for a bit.
Have you ever heard of the Tennessee Titans?
Never.
No.
No, not really.
What comes to your mind when you hear Nashville?
Whiskey?
Whiskey, okay, we can work with that. Music?
No.
Not at all?
I'm sorry.
Music. Yeah, country music.
Do you have a favorite artist?
Willie Nelson.
Never heard about it.
That lack of familiarity is why Sunday is a monumental moment for the Titans, as one of the NFL's small market teams hits the global stage for the first time and looks to win over some new fans. In London, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5. From the iconic Tower Bridge right on down the Thames River, this is one of the most historic cities in the world. But London has a new love, American football. When the Titans meet the Chargers Sunday, it will be the 23rd NFL game played in London since 2007, and once again, Wembley Stadium will be sold out.
These are huge deals. I mean, we have such a great fan base in the UK. We have about 12 million fans, of 4 million of whom sort of classify themselves as avid. And this is a great chance for our fans to kind of express their passion.
The Titans will become the 29th NFL team to play an international game, the 28th here in London. NFL Executive Vice President for International, Mark Waller, says it's an opportunity for both the team and the league.
First of all, from a Tennessee perspective, or any team that's coming, it's a great opportunity to build a fan base. The other thing, though, I think, which is important, certainly for us, is to have the teams understand the passion of the fan base here and how important that is and what a great future we have.
Waller says the ultimate goal is to put a franchise in London and adds the league might not stop there, naming Mexico City, Toronto, and Berlin as other possible international locations. In London, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports. The Titans have arrived in London, landing at Heathrow Airport just after 6 this morning, then coming here to Syon Park, where they held about a 90-minute practice Friday afternoon, just outside of the castle of the Duke of Northumberland. They are definitely not in Nashville anymore, and the Titans could not be more excited.
It's pretty cool, man. Anytime you can practice with a castle in the background. So, we got to work on some of the mushrooms in the field. But other than that, it was a great environment, man. We took a tour earlier this morning, and, a lot of the players love the history.
It's all pretty surreal. To think about where I'm from, an island in the middle of the Pacific. You're talking about now you're all the way out here and playing in London. It's pretty surreal and something that I won't take for granted.
This is an awesome experience for me. Been in the league 6 years, first time coming here, and I'm super grateful to have this opportunity that the football's allowed me to come see this.
The Titans had to make do with a 50-yard field for practice on Friday. When asked about the field conditions, head coach Mike Vrabel said it was a little bit shorter than normal, but it was 53.5 yards wide, and we were able to do everything we needed to do. Then Vrabel joked, "I also wouldn't have built my castle right next to an airport." In Middlesex, England, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports. This is no ordinary backdrop for a football practice. But then again, this is no ordinary trip. The Titans holding their one and only open practice here in England, here at Syon Park, the home of the Duke of Northumberland.
It's pretty cool, man. Anytime you can practice with a castle in the background.
No one is more excited about the team finally making an appearance in one of the NFL's London games than controlling owner Amy Adams Strunk.
Finally, I think, the Titans have a little credibility from the past 2 seasons, and I think it was the league realized it was time to get us here.
After taking over team control in early 2015, Adams Strunk has made a point to make ownership more visible, moving to Nashville, interacting with fans, upgrading the team facility, and unveiling new uniforms.
When I first took over, it was kind of new to me, and I was trying to figure out exactly what needed to be done to get our franchise back trending the right direction. Really, I was formulating what we needed to do, so that was important to me.
Adams Strunk may be most proud of the team's ability to land the 2019 NFL Draft. She just arrived in London from meetings in New York this week and says the plan is coming along.
So much work had been done that I was just so proud that they recognized that Nashville to be the best spot to have the second most important thing for the NFL.
As for the next big thing on the horizon, Adams Strunk says the Titans have not begun discussions with Nashville about the possibility of a new stadium that would likely be needed to host a Super Bowl, but added that they have and will continue to make upgrades to Nissan Stadium. In Middlesex, England, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports.